Hello there, Gemini. Welcome to Dragon Tail Tarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your reading for September 2023. This will be your major monthly themes. So we may do other readings, throughout the month of September, but these are going to be the main core and keywords of what is coming through for you for this month ahead. So Gemini, we will be using a combination of oracle cards to get your major monthly themes, and then I will be using 2 different tarot decks to do a Celtic cross to give you a really nice full idea of what's going on this month. I also do have a brand new channel that I have in the works called Diamond Dragon Lady. If you've been following me for a while, or if you are new to the channel, I will be posting in the future most of my pre-recorded content to that channel, so check it out at the link in the description box. I am also an astrologer, Gemini, so I will be touching on the astrology of the month throughout the reading as well. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, please show us what you need to show Gemini. What do they need to see most for their highest and best good for this month of September 2023? All right, Gemini, this is a month of taking risks, and you may feel like there is a lot of risk involved sometimes because we are in the middle of Virgo season as we open our month of September, and Virgo is not the easiest sign for Gemini to work with. It is actually one of the hardest, the other one being Pisces. And honestly, right now you might feel a little bit in between a rock and a hard place because we do have a couple of planets in Pisces. That would be Saturn and Neptune. And we also have, of course, the Sun sign in Virgo, and we have Mercury in Virgo in retrograde at the beginning of the month. You and Virgo do share Mercury as your ruling planet, so it's not surprising if you feel the tension, if you feel a little off kilter. That Mercury retrograde will be over on September 15th, and slowly but surely you will start to feel a little bit more clear-headed. So just take that into consideration when you look at the whole. Some people aren't as affected by Mercury retrogrades as others. Some people really feel them. I would say that more likely you will feel this one simply because of the other aspects at play here. So taking risks is in the offing. I would say that, it may benefit you to take a risk this month on something. It may, just to kind of jump in and sort of, like this card, see if you fly, right? The hawk can't fly until it gives it a shot. So, it may be one of those things, but you have to balance that within your own circumstances, your own intuition. I would never tell you to do something that would make you feel uncomfortable, Gemini. So balance that out for yourself, but there is an element of risk-taking going on for this month of September 2023. Let's next get into the numerology deck. We're going to check and see what your special number or theme will be for this month ahead. Should say number and theme, not number or theme, because it gives us both, which is very nice. I love this deck because it's simple, but it gives you a lot. Oh, I like it. Yeah, so personal growth is a big part of this process. So, I would say, Gemini, if there's something that's been holding you back for a while, or there's a hurdle that you've been afraid to jump over in the past, that may be what that risk-taking element and energy is about. But the number 7 is about personal growth. It is about movement. It's the number of the Chariot card in the tarot, so it has a lot to do with understanding yourself better from, the inside out, right? And using that to just to mature, to grow, to make better choices as you go along through life and understand your motivations and your emotions better. Let's get into a crystal or gemstone. And you'll see which one is best for you to work with for this month ahead. And we have the bloodstone. So there's something detoxing for you. The bloodstone is one of those power hitters of a stone to work with, and it's not an expensive one, so this is a really great one for everyone to have in their arsenal of rocks and minerals and gems. This is a beautiful stone for cleaning, clearing, detoxifying, lifting, having energy, and it does correspond to all of these three, the root, the heart, and the sacral chakra. So it really does a good number on grounding us, getting our creative impulses back into balance, and also cleansing and clearing that heart chakra. Very, very nice. Let's get into a spiritual guide or guardian for you next, Gemini. We're going to see which one of these will be most helpful for you to call upon during this month. And we have Paul the Venetian, a very artistic and creative energy to work with here with him. This is experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. For some of my Geminis out there, you may have a creative or kind of unorthodox career path or project that you really want to give more love to. And you may be feeling a little bit like you may not get much money for it, but it's really like your labor of love. And it's not a bad idea to give that your energy, give that your time. Some of you might feel like that's taking a risk, even to step away from a more traditional career path and go do something that is more creative, that is more heart-based. But it could be a great month to do it. And you may, find a lot of grace in that project or in that process. Let's get into your tarot next here, Gemini, and we're going to see what is coming up for you over this month. Very nice. Ooh, you've got good stuff. You are going to have some things that are going to come up for you that you're going to have to work through, though. Right now I feel like you're in a really good place. We have the Ten of Cups right in the center. That is the heart of the reading. And Ten of Cups is pure joy, bliss, happiness, emotional contentment. And the Ace of Pentacles here, Geminis. It doesn't get a whole lot better. I feel like, you've really been given a lot of gifts with this Ace of Pentacles, clarifying the 10. It's like, I feel like, you're doing well in money and in love. Right in the immediate past, we've got the 10 of Pentacles. So I feel like, maybe you're grounding yourself a little bit more. Maybe you're getting your, work or your life projects on track, but that's a great card of just feeling very centered and very focused. Having the things that you've worked for coming to you full circle. And we do have the Six of Cups. So I think you've also been experiencing maybe a little bit of nostalgia. Sometimes it can be a little bit of a bittersweet card, with the Six of Cups, because there is that feeling of looking back on things. There's a sentimentality that comes along with that. And when the Mercury retrograde is going on, and we also have a Venus retrograde until September 4th, that really makes us look back at past relationships, past things from our childhood, etc. So there could be some things that have also been healing. Going into the immediate future, we got some interesting energy coming up with the Devil card. The Devil to me is Capricorn energy. It's a Capricorn power card. And I would say that when it shows up in somebody else's readings, this can mean a couple of things. Number one, a big one is you could be turning into a workaholic, or you might have those tendencies and you may be just working way, way, way too much, Gemini. The other thing that could be going on is, you may be getting tied to things that aren't very good for you. It can turn into like hedonism. If you've been making a lot more money or having a lot more abundance, the only negative side of that is that, you stop working as hard for your true passions and you go more just the direction of the money. And there's nothing wrong with working for money. I'm a Capricorn. I know that. But, it's one of those things you got to keep in balance between like I said, the labors of love and the labors of, just making what you need to get through life. The best thing is when we can make money at something that we love. That's the ultimate gift, right? But, this could also be something coming back into your life that has been challenging for you in the past, some old negative habit or routine that you've been trying to break. But I think you'll break it successfully if you work at it. We've got the Six of Wands sitting on top of that, and that is Leo energy. It's a recognized victory or achievement. So don't work too hard, Gemini. But definitely pay attention to anything that you would see as a negative habit, something that you might be a little bit tied to ego-wise, right? On the bottom, subconscious card, what's going on in your heart of hearts is this Eight of Wands. There could be a little restlessness in there. This is Sagittarius energy. It really can be a lot of change, a lot of movement, communication. You might find yourself doing a lot of talking over this month. You might have a lot to say too. And we have the Four of Cups. Oh, so, you know, this can sometimes be focusing a little bit too much on something that just isn't working out. Like you might have kind of put all of your eggs in one basket kind of thing. And, you know, if you're only working maybe at one job or only, you know, hanging out with one friend, or maybe that friend or that love interest just isn't reciprocating what you're putting out there, you're just feeling very despondent and very tired of it, even though Spirit's offering you something so much better, either right now or in the future. So don't get too tied to just one way of doing things, or putting a lot of time, love, and energy into something or someone that isn't reciprocating what you're giving. Because I see that there's a lot better stuff coming through here, Gemini, if you tap into that. On the top, crowning the spread message from Spirit, is the Knight of Pentacles. So this is the slow but steady wins the race card. It is Virgo energy. We are in Virgo season. And so I would say that for all of you that have felt, you know, slowed down, stopped in your tracks, having to hurry up and wait, questioning whether you've made the right decisions in the immediate past, give it some time. Let it play out. And take some time to yourself. Boy, both these Virgo cards are coming up. The Hermit is one of the Virgo power cards. So you may need some time for yourself for things to work out. You may not get all the answers that you seek right away, but you will get them. It's just going to take a minute. It's just going to take a little time here, Virgo. Oh, I was going to call you Virgo. Oh my gosh. But you almost might feel like a Virgo this month, Gemini, because you're dealing with your ruling planet in that sign, and we are in Virgo season. You might really be sharing that similar energy to them, even though y'all are very different. Let's get into your advice now. What do we see, Spirit, as the best approach for Gemini? Well, we got some good ones. I think you're just working through some things that seem maybe a little bit cloudy, a little bit, you know, fuzzy, a little bit hazy. Suggested approach is the Fool card. So again, this to me is that risk-taking energy. It's the same as the card we pulled at the beginning of the reading. You have to be willing to trust in Spirit, to jump and see if you fly, right? It's like, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, you might have gotten kind of jaded or cynical in the past and you don't want to take any risks, but this is really saying, you know, if you don't trust in the process, things can never unfold if you're trying to control them too much here. And you are holding on a little tight, Gemini. I feel like there's a definite nervousness around really truly taking the leap of faith and letting go, because this Four of Pentacles is about, you know, a fear of getting hurt again, a fear of getting taken advantage of financially, all that kind of stuff. And you might be going, oh gosh, you know, I don't know if I want to take this leap of faith because it might not turn out so well for me. So you've really got, again, I would say, got to get in touch with yourself. That's why that Hermit card, that Knight of Pentacles, it's like you've really got to get in touch with you and see what feels right to you. Get some good advice if you need it, but I think mostly you have the answers already if you just give yourself time to fill them out. What you need to know is the Magician. So I do feel like in spite of all these, you know, hiccups and planetary disruptions, you are in a good place. This is your power card. It is a Mercury ruled card. It is also a Virgo power card because it is the Mercury rulership. So this is really about your mind, and what you put your mind to, you can manifest it. That is the Magician, the Alchemist. You know, so don't let yourself get too down. I think you've got a lot of good in your corner right now. And the Ace of Swords, yes. Give yourself time. The clarity of mind will come. It's just going to take a little longer than you might have wanted it to. It's not unusual that you have this. A lot of people this month, you know, the signs readings have been that kind of message where, you know, you're going to be okay, but it's just taking a little longer than you want it to. Hopes and fears, you know, here comes your other power card. This is the Gemini card in the tarot. So both of your cards are showing up in this reading. You know, I feel like this may be a fear of commitment, to be honest, or a fear of communicating very fully and open and vulnerable to somebody. Because that's what the Lovers deals with. It deals with love relationships. It deals with communications, contracts, commitments, decisions. So, you know, you might even be trying to decide, you know, do I want to go to the next level of commitment with somebody? It might be scary to you, and you've really got to feel out whether or not it is right for your situation. Yeah, you're very much you're guarded right now, you know, and if this is a love situation, they might even be going, Gemini, are you okay? What's going on? What you thinking about? What's going on in your mind? And you're having a little bit hard time just opening up. You're hitting that Nine of Wands at Four of Pentacles, and it's like that self-preservation energy is coming in. Outcome card is the High Priestess. That's why I feel like, you know, you might choose, you know, as we go through this month and into the end of the month, you might choose to kind of just go within. You know, the High Priestess and the Hermit are very like introverted, going within, feeling things out for themselves. You might want to give a heads up to your loved ones, you know, if you decide to kind of disappear on a bit of a soul journey, that, you know, everything's fine. You've just got some things to process. Yep, Knight of Pentacles yet again. So this is coming up, you know, with the Hermit and also with the High Priestess. Absolutely. You do need kind of maybe a soul journey or a spiritual journey, or at least just to take your time in the process, because the Knight of Pentacles really likes to plan things well. He doesn't like to move too quickly. Very interesting on the bottom. We've got the Two of Wands and the Ten of Wands. I feel like this is the beginning of the cycle. This is the end of the cycle. So you might be kind of really, you're just really debating over, like, you know, what will the beginning, you could start something out and what would it look like, you know, if it comes to a close, right? You're looking at the whole life cycle of it. Don't get too caught up in your mind this month, Gemini, because the mind is a little fuzzy right now, you know, with that retrograde. Give yourself some time. Give yourself some time to reflect, to repair, recover, regenerate. You might be way more introverted this month of September than you have been in a while, but you will slowly but surely come through it. It's just, I see that you heading into the end of September, early October, still kind of doing that deeper inner work. Let's get an affirmation on this for Gemini. I mean, money is not bad here, guys. Like this, you've got great money cards in this reading. So your business or prospects for finance or career are very positive. You have the God of Wealth card here from the Wisdom of the Tao. The money god is knocking at your door. Open it and welcome him in. This is not only a sign of monetary gain and financial success, also portends good fortune in all things, health, relationships, career, and family. So very, very nice blessing that you have there at the end of this reading, Gemini. I hope you have an amazing month of September, and I will talk to you again soon. Take care.